This story begins where most should end with death. Two tiny antelope fawns alone, trembling in the dust of the African savannah. Their mother lay motionless nearby, taken down by a lion whose golden mane still moved in the breeze. Predator meets prey, the circle of life. Everyone watching assumed they knew exactly how this story would unfold, but they were wrong, because this lion, a killer by nature, apex hunter by design, was about to break every rule written in blood. And instead of eating those babies, he would become their father. Mtundu was feared. He was the dominant male of the Savannah pride, huge, scarred, the kind of lion other lions avoid looking in the eye. He survived battles, droughts, rival coalitions. He had lost cubs, gained territory, and learned a hard lesson only age teaches: hunger never waits. The day he met the fawns, he hadn't eaten in 2 days. The sisters of the pride had injured themselves chasing buffalo, and Mtundu hunted alone. That morning he spotted her, a female impala frozen in the shade. She was young, thin, desperate. She wasn't running. She couldn't. Mtundu lunged, powerful as a wave breaking. The impala fell quickly, the dust settled, and then behind the brush, 2 sets of eyes appeared, tiny, wide, shaking. Twin impala fawns. They didn't run. They didn't know how, and Mtundu saw them. His muscles bunched again. Observers whispered from their vehicle, he'll kill them too. But something odd happened. Mtundu paused. He lowered his head. He sniffed them. The fawns pressed themselves against the dirt. They barely breathed. The lion's jaw opened, then closed. He stepped back. The fawns blinked. He stared. And then he did something no one expected. He laid down beside them. Like a guardian, like a wall of muscle and mane shielding them from the world. The watchers were stunned. Predators didn't do this. Mtundu had been a father before his cubs all killed by hyenas years ago. Had something broken in him? Was this instinct misfiring, or something else? For hours he didn't move. The sun sank. Shadows stretched. The wind began to howl. Hyenas laughed in the distance. Still, Mtundu did not leave. The fawns rose on wobbly legs and took tentative steps toward him. They sniffed his fur. They rested in its warmth. One leaned its head against his paw. He didn't react, only closed his eyes. Night is cruel in the savannah. Jackals circle. Hyenas test boundaries. Owls glide silently overhead. Normally, this would be the moment the fawns died. But tonight wasn't normal. Mtundu rose when the hyenas came. He didn't chase. He roared. A roar that shakes bones. A roar that means, mine. The hyenas retreated for now. The photographer, whispering into his microphone, barely could breathe. This lion just saved the babies he should have killed. Mountains don't usually protect what they destroy. Yet Mtundu curled around the fawns and slept. They slept too, right beside the creature that ended their mother's life. The next day, the fawns followed Mtundu. Where he walked, they walked. When he sat, they lay beside him. He tolerated them. He watched over them. And then, an even stranger thing happened. He groomed one. A slow lick over its neck. Lion behaviorists know this gesture. It means acceptance, protection, bonding. Why? Some speculate it triggered paternal instinct long dormant. Others think it was a glitch, a moment of misidentified cub scent. But many believe Mtundu chose compassion. By day 3, clouds gathered. Rain hammered the dust. The fawns huddled against Mtundu, shivering. He sheltered them with his body. Lightning cracked the air. He didn't move. Hours later, when the storm stopped, Mtundu hunted again, but the fawns trailed him. He didn't chase them away. He let them walk close. He watched them nibble leaves. He lay nearby while they rested. He guarded them not as prey, but as something fragile and precious. But nature is not kind to broken rules. By day 5, something changed. Another lion, a rival coalition male, appeared. He saw the fawns and charged. Mtundu blocked him. A brutal fight erupted, claw, fang, thunder. The fawns ran, legs shaking in circles of panic. Dust flew, blood spilled, roars echoed like drums. Mtundu was older, slow, losing. One moment the rival lunged for the fawns. Mtundu intercepted him with a bite that would have killed another lion. He stood over the babies again, but the rival's pride mates were coming. Mtundu knew it. Something shifted. That same instinct that transformed him now whispered a different truth. To save them, he must leave them. He waited until the rival lions were close, then he ran, limping, away from the fawns. They followed for a few meters, but he turned sharply, disappearing into thorn brush. The rival coalition chased him. The fawns were alone again. For hours they wandered, weak, calling for a mother who would never come. But something magical had happened. While they searched, a herd of impala's females this time approached cautiously. They sniffed the fawns, accepted them, and just like that, the fawns were no longer orphans. The pride of impalas led them away safe. Mtundu did not return. His injuries slow him. Weeks later, he was seen again, thin but alive, walking alone. The fawns, thriving bigger, stronger, part of the herd now. They were alive because a lion broke the rules of nature. Scientists debate the meaning of Mtundu's actions. Some say his paternal instinct awoke. Others believe he mistook their scent for lion cubs. Some say he was lonely, but the truth is simpler and more profound. Predators kill to survive, but they are not machines. And sometimes, even in the harshest corners of the world, a killer chooses mercy. Nature shocks us because we expect it to be heartless, but compassion is universal. Life finds it even where logic says it doesn't belong, in a lion's paw sheltering tiny prey, in a hunter becoming a protector. Those fawns should have died. Instead, they gained a father even if briefly, and Mtundu, the feared lion, the beast with scars and blood on his teeth, for 5 days became something he had lost long ago, a dad. And that is why this story matters, because it reminds us that even the wildest hearts can choose love.